This year marks 75 years since the start of the Korean War. Susan Key, a local writer and historian, is working to honor and remember those who served in what's been called the Forgotten War. Joining us now is Susan Key. Welcome to Arizona Horizon.
Thank you so much,
Good to
Ted.
have you here.
Thank you.
And we should mention, let's just, before we get to that, I'm talking to myself here. Let's talk about, I just mentioned this as referred by some as the Forgotten War. Is it the Forgotten War?
Not to the veterans who fought the war, not to the Korean people who have relatives who survived the war.
Yeah. Why did it get that name?
I think partly is because President Truman didn't declare war with Congress. So it wasn't technically a war that was declared in Congress. It was he went to the United Nations and asked for a resolution to answer the invasion of North Korean communists. So it was a United Nations action to defend South Korea against communist invasion.
And we should mention that it is still technically a war. I mean, this war never ended, did it?
That's correct, because a peace treaty was never signed. So technically they're still at war, and all that was signed in July 27, 1953, is an armistice agreement agreeing to stop firing on both sides.
Yeah.
And the DMZ was established as a buffer zone between North and South Korea.
And it exists still to
Yes,
this day. And
yes.
boy, does it exist. Do people know what the Korean War was all about?
I think very little people know what it was about. All they know is that North and South Korea are very divided and have become very different as a result of the war. North Korea being a very closed communist regime where people do not have any freedoms whatsoever, and South Korea developing into the flourishing economy. They're now 10th largest economy in the world,
Yeah.
and flourishing democratic government.
Doing very well. And again, the war
Yes.
was the idea of a communist takeover of the entire country.
Yes, that
All
was
right.
the whole point.
You emigrated here at the age of 9?
Yes.
So you have a little bit of memories of Korea, a lot of memories of America, and you're a strong advocate now for Korean War veterans. What sent you on that path?
God. I was actually working in the corporate world, and I got kind of tired and burned out of my corporate job. It was kind of meaningless. And so I asked God, what should I do with my life? And after a lot of soul searching and prayer, I felt God was telling me to do something about what I'm most grateful for. And I'm most grateful that I'm alive and free, and that I'm not in a place like North Korea, where people who live in North Korea have no freedoms to speak of. So I realized, my goodness, this is the country that sent these heroes to save my parents during the war. I need to meet them and thank them.
Yeah, and when you first met them, and even now when you meet them, because there are fewer of these people around. These folks are getting awfully old here. What do you think?
I'm kind of in awe when I meet them. It's humbling, because as 17, 18-year-old boys, they went off to a place they didn't even know. And to have the courage to die for someone else's freedom is beyond anything I can ever understand, that kind of greatness.
Do younger Korean Americans and Koreans, do they understand that sacrifice? Do they understand what went on?
I think the South Korean government does a great job of honoring veterans. They sponsor trips for Korean War veterans from America and the other 21 United Nations to come to be honored. And then I think the local Korean Americans that live here, for the most part, they don't know very much about the Korean War. So when I meet with Korean communities, they don't even know their own history.
Yeah.
So it's very important to teach our youth so that we never forget the sacrifices that America has made for South Korea.
And that's certainly what you have done with your life. You have a new documentary, Final Journey Korea. You're also writing a book?
I'm not writing a book, but I write a lot of short Facebook posts.
Oh,
I have a
okay,
Facebook
okay.
page where I write veteran stories, and I also write about different battles that happened during the war to teach people about the Korean War.
How best to honor Korean War veterans?
I think the best way is to document their stories, because, as you said, they are now in their mid-90s, and we're losing them day by day, and the numbers get fewer. So to document their stories, to preserve that for this generation and future is so important, because it has been forgotten for so long. We need to make it known, and that future generations will appreciate what America has done for South Korea to save a country.
A little more rewarding than that corporate gig, huh?
A lot more.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot more.
Well, congratulations. I know the Korean War Memorial talks about those who answer the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met. It doesn't get much better than that. Congratulations on all your work, and thank you for joining us and sharing your story.
Thank you so much, Ted.